I had a video scheduled for tomorrow and I accidentally deleted all my footage. I had this whole thing almost done. I logged in this morning. And by this morning, I mean 2 p.m. and all the footage was gone. It turns out that while I was troubleshooting my camera last night and generating a bunch of test footage, I deleted the project footage along with it. So I was not too happy. However, it was not the end. I went to Twitch, I downloaded the VOD and edited it again. I'm just going to lean into that from now on. And we have a video. Hooray. The irony is simply that I was so focused on getting the highest quality out of my camera, I ended up deleting the high quality footage, so now I had to work with the lower quality one. So whatever, it is what it is. I'm curious what everyone's favorite kind of pizza is. I'm a Costco guy myself. Well, in terms of chain pizzas. I mean, there's always a hole in the wall place that's much better. Surprisingly, some of the best pizza I ever had was in, I think it was in Poland or Sweden. I don't remember. Not quite as good as a New York style pizza, but it was up there. I'm definitely someone who does not know their fish very well. The most exotic thing I've ever had is swai. I think that's how you pronounce it. Has anyone ever had that? Veggie or meat lovers all the way. Wow, that is quite a contrast. You're either with the vegetarians or you're against them. I will tell you what pizza I don't like. This may start a fight in chat, but Domino's or Little Caesars. I mean, Little Caesars is kind of passable if I lower my expectations. But the first time I had Domino's, I was like, this is way worse than I feel like it should be. It ought to be a tier higher than Little Caesars, but it was worse. When you're in high school and you have, you know, sausage, pepperoni, and jalapeno, oh my gosh. You sit in front of the Xbox 360 playing some split screen Halo. Little Caesars, it does the job. That is how I feel about Costco. Glory is just, it's not, you know, a fancy pizza per se, but it's delicious. And as leftovers, my gosh, maybe I'm weird. I'm a cold pizza guy. I can just eat that stuff straight out of the fridge. You buy a large, I have 2 slices that night. I'm going to be fed for the rest of the week. I'm going to knife this guy. Like your pepperoni. Never been fishing, but I have a big catch story. We killed 30 huge flying... What? All right, note to self. Glory has a 3-hour time difference. Whenever I look at my clock and it's 3 hours off of where I'm used to living, I know I need to get the hell out of there. 30 flying roaches? I'm good. I'll pass. I'd rather fight 30 dragon roaches and helldivers simultaneously than deal with 30 real ones, and much less ones that fly. I mean, you literally were fighting dragon roaches because they were airborne. How did you kill them? You weren't using the commando, right? That runs out of ammo pretty quickly. I saw one in the bathroom when I was in high school, and I was so... I don't know, it was a combination of fear and rage. I spent like 5 minutes just killing that one thing. And I had to reassure myself that it was dead by double tapping with the... I think there was a cane in the bathroom and I used the cane on it. It's kind of brutal, but that's how much I despise roaches. So my grandma, when she was around, she lived with us. She had her own bedroom. Apparently they were getting ready for bed one night. My mom, my dad, and my grandma. And my mom heard a yelp, a scream, something from my grandma's room. My grandma had freaked out. And so they ran over to her bedroom, and up top, there's a rack for the curtains right over my grandma's bed. And hanging off the rack was a possum. Just in the room, hanging off the rack, like Spider-Man, is Spider Possum. So he got it on top of the hope chest. My mom put the pot over him and then slid the plate underneath. Roach spray plus shoe plus fly swatter plus spray ball. Oh my lord, this is a full load. Those are 4 stratagems right there. You just picked 4 stratagems for taking out flying roaches. You were hell diving before all of us. I was in a boat with my little cousins in my grandparents' pond, and one got scared, so I went to stop the boat to get them out on the side where there were a bunch of vines in case, because I planned to walk with him, and my other cousin paddled and I fell backwards. Oh my that had to have been so painful and uncomfortable. Grabbing a thorn vine. I've fallen into rose bushes. But I didn't grab it. I had a friend come over. Zozie still makes fun of me for this. Wait, I don't want to quit the game. He and I we're hanging out, just chatting late at night. It was in this room actually, but the room was configured totally differently. But on this wall, like just basically right here, we looked over. Wow, that was fast. And there was a roach just hanging out, just there. And I think we spent 15 minutes strategizing how we were going to take this thing out. And every time it moves a quarter of an inch, our plans change. We're like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? It was me, my mom, and my sister, plus the cat. Oh, the cats were helping too. Have I ever seen a cat deal with a roach? Imagine they're pretty efficient. And we were going to spray it, and then when it fell down, we were going to hit it with the swatter. So one of us had the bottle, the other had the swatter. And I think I sprayed it. It freaked out, went flying, landed in the plants. Like in a planter. Dinked CT. And I watched my friend as he does the most slap to it. He had the swatter as it landed and goes. So now whenever there's a bug in the house and Zozie is like, oh, get rid of it. She looks at me and goes. I've had multiple cats run into the house with live bats in their mouth and release them inside. Could you imagine them just flying around?